classic roasted tomato salsa. Here we go. We've got on the vine tomatoes, cilantro, blue agave for just a touch of sweetness, yellow onion, salt, of course, lime that we're going to grill up, garlic, jalapeno, and this is black peppercorn and cumin seed, which we are going to toast up on the grill. Okay, so we've prepped everything. We've taken the tomatoes off of the vine, sliced up the limes, prepped some of the cilantro, rough chopped, thick disc cut onions, kept the garlic cloves in the sleeve, got the jalapenos ready to go, and there's the peppercorn and cumin seed. Okay, we have everything ready, and here is our mixer. Hecho en Mexico. We've got a molcajete here to get the job done. And we're going to put this tiny little cast iron skillet on the grill here, and here's everything ready to go. Alright, we've got the onions going on first, and you can see here we have our peppercorns and cumin seeds toasting. They're not going to hang out for that long, and then we're going to trade out and throw our garlic with the sleeves on in the same little cast iron skillet here. Okay, now once you start smelling the aromatics there from the peppercorn and the cumin that's now toasted, you're just going to go ahead and get those into your molcajete, being very careful, because the cast iron skillet is super hot. Now you've got the cumin seed and the peppercorn in the molcajete. You just took the garlic, left the jackets on, and put them right back in that cast iron skillet and back on the heat. Still grilling those onions, looking good. So we've added the jalapenos. You can see they're sweating a little bit. Moisture's being released. You can see they're starting to blister right there. Onions are looking good. Keeping the garlic in the jackets so that they're kind of get a nice roasted garlic flavor. We're well on our way, people. As you can see, the garlic is now nice and charred, still in the jackets. All this does is kind of put the stank off the garlic, so it's not bitey, but rather kind of complex in flavor. Brings out the sweetness in the garlic as well. Okay, we move the onions off to the side so they stay grilling, getting nice and charred. The jalapenos looking really great, and now we've put on the tomate. We've removed the garlic from the grill, and now we're going to get it in there with the molcajete that has the peppercorn and the toasted cumin seed, and you'll look and see how easy this is going to be. Ooh, that's hot. Came right out. You are so beautiful to me, can't you see? Yeah. Roasted garlic and peppercorns and toasted cumin seed, yeah. And now when we let tata anga. So yeah, just smash the tarnation out of all this and make a wonderful, beautiful paste that's going to be the base of the flavor for the roasted tomato salsa. Yummy. So this is about the consistency of the paste I was talking about. You should smell this. It's amazing. And now what we're going to do, which kind of seems maybe a little backwards, but we're actually going to add the cilantro now. So by adding the cilantro to the paste and bruising it, basically what you're doing is you're releasing all of the oils and flavors and getting it incorporated into that base foundation for the flavor of the roasted tomato salsa. And let's start layering with salt and get that also incorporated into the paste as well. Gotta layer flavors, people. Salt is important. Muy importante. The tomatoes are rocking and rolling. Those onions are still looking good. Again, I moved them away from the main heat so they can just stay warm and keep cooking. And I've added the limes to the grill. We're going to have roasted lime flavor in this roasted tomato salsa as well. The jalapenos survived, but they kind of lost their skin, which is exactly what we want them to do. So we want to remove all the skin, de-seed them, and let them find their way into the molcajete. Okay, so if you enjoy not feeling your face after eating salsa, then go ahead and leave the seeds and the veins in there. I prefer to taste the salsa, so I'm going to go ahead and remove very easily. Since jalapenos are roasted, they should slide right out. Okay, so we're just going to finely dice these, but not with one hand. Okay, beautiful. Now we have our de-seeded, de-veined jalapeno, grilled jalapeno peppers. Diced pretty finely. We'll be adding those to the molcajete in just a little while. Starting to get some beautiful char in the tomato. You can see they're bursting. That's exactly what we want them to do. Get them nice and charred to get our classic roasted tomato salsa on the way. We removed the grilled onions from the grill and chopped them up, rough chop here. We're going to add them to the molcajete and also work them into a paste as part of those base ingredients. It'll be awesome. All right, so we worked in some of our onions, about half of them in there, gotten them, they were tender, so they mixed in pretty well. And now, check out our grilled limes, y'all. Delicious. So when you're charring these tomatoes, make sure that you get all sides, you know? It's okay to put them on their side. They're totally gonna expel some of their juices, but that's what it's all about. You gotta get that nice, beautiful char for roasted tomato salsa. These are looking so awesome. I'm gonna go ahead and kind of salt them while they're on the grill. We wanna take the darkest, most charred, ugliest, softest ones first, straight to the molcajete. First one in, let's get to work. Woo, baby. Look at that. Yeah. Okay, now if the core doesn't want to play nice, that's all right. You got everything else around it. You can just remove that and don't worry about it. You're on your way to greatness, people. Greatness. Now keep adding the charred tomatoes just one at a time and work them in with the molcajete until they're all incorporated. And again, remove those cores if they don't cooperate well, but keep going. Keep adding. Now that you've incorporated everything using your Mexican Vitamix, now it comes to the seasoning. We're going to add the grilled lime and season with salt. Tell me that does not look amazing. Wow. All right, time for tasting with our Mexican tasting spoon. Let's see what it needs. Okay, it is darn near perfect, but what we're going to do is we're going to add some of that roasted jalapeno, right? We're going to add a little more seasoning as well. Okay, so we're going to add a little more salt, just season it up, and one more half of the grilled lime. It's going to brighten up those flavors. Delicious. Okay, now we've added all the seasoning, the jalapenos in there to balance it all out. We're just going to add a touch of agave. That kind of adds a light sweetness to it, but brings out the flavors of the tomatoes as well. It's a great touch. And there you have it. Classic roasted tomato salsa. Delicioso.